On the evening of September 28, 2025, Jungkook greeted fans through a late-night Weverse live titled, "Listening to Music Before Sleep." Unlike some of his high-energy sessions, this one started with a gentle tone. He admitted that he had been feeling unusually tired lately and wanted to spend a short moment with ARMY before heading to bed. The opening felt warm and intimate, as though fans were being invited into his quiet personal space. Thousands tuned in instantly, and within minutes, the chat was filled with messages encouraging him to rest and sharing goodnight wishes. For ARMY, even a sleepy Jungkook was worth staying awake for. The live stream soon took a surprising turn. Midway through the session, Jungkook revealed that his lip piercing, which had been part of his bold fashion identity in recent years, had started to cause him pain and discomfort. Without hesitation, he decided to remove it on camera. The moment was raw and unscripted, showing not just an idol, but a young man choosing comfort over style. Fans immediately clipped and shared the video, and Jungkook piercing began trending worldwide. Many praised his authenticity, saying that moments like these are why his lives feel so genuine. Others noted that the piercing removal marked the end of an era in his aesthetic, sparking discussions about how his style might evolve in the future. In a lighter moment, Jungkook mentioned casually that he planned to go for a late-night run after the broadcast. But in true playful fashion, he looked at the camera and told fans not to follow him, joking, "Don't come, I won't wait." His cheeky remarks sent ARMY into laughter, with many turning it into memes almost instantly. The comment was also seen as a reflection of his unique relationship with fans, open enough to share his plans, but teasingly protective of his personal space. The balance between accessibility and boundaries has long been one of Jungkook's trademarks. Perhaps one of the most touching parts of the live was Jungkook's openness about his ADHD. He admitted that it was acting up that night, which made him more restless and talkative than usual. Rather than hiding it, he spoke about it with humor, making light of his own energy. Fans across social media praised him for his honesty, with many saying they felt seen and understood. Discussions quickly emerged in online communities about how idols talking openly about mental health helps break down stigma, especially in South Korea, where such topics are often avoided. Jungkook's casual acknowledgement became more than just a moment in a live stream. It became a source of comfort for countless fans. As the live drew toward its end, Jungkook returned to the session's original theme, music. He played snippets of older songs and softly sang along, creating a nostalgic atmosphere that instantly reminded fans of his early live streams in 2020 and 2021. Hearing his voice in such an unpolished, natural state felt like a gift to ARMY, who often long for the simplicity of those earlier days. Some fans even described it as like falling asleep with Jungkook singing beside you. For many, this was the most memorable part of the night, a reminder of why his voice has the power to comfort and heal. By the next morning, Jungkook's live stream had sparked a global wave of reactions. Hashtags such as #JungkookLive, #listening to music before sleep, and #GoldenMagne trended worldwide. On TikTok, short clips from the session amassed millions of views in less than 24 hours. Fans across different time zones stayed up late or woke up early just to catch up with the replay. Translations of his comments were shared in multiple languages, reflecting the truly international reach of BTS's fandom. Even media outlets picked up the story, highlighting the piercing removal as the night's headline moment. What set this live apart was not just its key highlights, the piercing removal, the playful jokes, or the music, but the way it captured Jungkook's essence. He was vulnerable, yet funny, candid, yet deeply charismatic. He showed both sides of himself, the superstar whose every move makes headlines, and the ordinary young man who feels sleepy, restless, and silly at times. This duality has always been one of Jungkook's greatest strengths, and the September 28th live was a perfect showcase of that balance. For ARMY, the broadcast reaffirmed why Jungkook remains one of the most beloved idols in the world. He is a global icon who has headlined fashion campaigns and sold out stadiums, Yet he is also the same person who admits to being tired, shares jokes about running, and sings casually before bed. This relatability is what makes him stand apart in an industry often focused on perfection. To fans, Jungkook's willingness to show imperfection is not weakness, it is authenticity, and it makes their bond with him stronger. As September 2025 continues, the live has already been etched into ARMY memory as one of those small but significant events. Fans will remember the night Jungkook removed his piercing, laughed about running, and sang softly before sleep. The lasting impact lies not in the spectacle, but in the intimacy. These moments become part of the collective history of BTS and ARMY, a tapestry woven not just from concerts and albums, but from quiet, personal connections. Jungkook's September 28th Weverse Live proved once again that he does not need grand stages or elaborate performances to captivate millions. With just a phone camera, a few casual comments, and a sleepy smile, he created a global event that resonated across cultures and languages. It was a reminder that true stardom is not only about shining brightly, but also about being human in front of those who love you most. For ARMY, the session will be remembered as one of those special nights where Jungkook turned simplicity into magic. The morning after Jungkook's Weverse Live, Korean and international media outlets quickly picked up the story. Entertainment sections highlighted the piercing removal as the main talking point, with headlines such as "Jungkook removes piercing on live broadcast," "Fans react with shock and love," and "BTS's Golden Magne wins hearts again," with unscripted honesty. Fashion magazines chimed in too, interpreting the moment as a signal of a possible new era in his style, more natural, mature, and comfortable. Meanwhile, mental health advocates praised his casual mention of ADHD, saying it could help normalize conversations around attention disorders in Asia's pop culture landscape. Cultural critics and K-pop analysts weighed in on why Jungkook's live stream created such buzz. Professor Kim Eun-ju, a media studies scholar at Seoul National University, noted, "Idols often present polished images, but Jungkook's strength lies in his willingness to show imperfection. This makes him appear more human and, paradoxically, more powerful as a global figure." Marketing strategists also highlighted that such unplanned, candid content often generates more engagement than official campaigns. By simply being himself, Jungkook amplified his brand value far beyond a scripted advertisement. Across fan communities, the emotional reaction was intense. Some ARMY members admitted they cried hearing him sing old songs in such a raw state, while others felt comforted by his playful ADHD remarks. Many international fans emphasized how much they valued his transparency, saying it made them feel like they were friends sharing a late-night call. Fan art, edits, and long posts flooded social media, capturing the collective joy and nostalgia the live had sparked. The piercing removal, in particular, was turned into symbolic art pieces, with some interpreting it as Jungkook closing one chapter and starting another. Industry insiders speculated that Jungkook's Weverse Live might have carried deeper meaning for BTS's trajectory. With the group's reunion expected after all members complete their military service, moments like this live are often read as signals of transition. Analysts suggested that his decision to remove the piercing on camera could represent a subtle rebranding in preparation for BTS's next era. While this is speculation, fans have a history of piecing together small details that later align with official announcements. Whether intentional or not, Jungkook's live stream fed into the ongoing excitement about what BTS will look like in their new chapter.